What's up, folks? It's your boy Coach Ty back at you with another one, and today we are going back to our simplified series. Today we're going to knock out the lateral raise. You want rounder delts? This is the move for you, and some tips and tricks how to get more out of the exercise. Let's get straight to it. First thing to know, your lateral deltoid sits on the outside of your shoulder and is responsible for abducting your shoulder joint. So you want to make absolute sure you're raising the dumbbells straight out to your side and not in front of you. If you start fatiguing and you start raising the dumbbells to the front of you, then you're going to start recruiting your anterior deltoid instead of the lateral deltoid, which is not what we want to do. Next thing to know, we want to avoid all bouncing. In some rare cases, using some momentum can be useful and beneficial. However, in this case, we want to make the muscle do all the work. So you may have seen people doing lateral raises, or you may have yourself. It's totally fine. It's okay. We can all do better. You may have yourself done some bouncing, and usually what this will look like is you'll lift with your legs to get the dumbbells up and then dip down to get your arms to eye level. Again, we're using momentum to do all the work. The knees and the hips are doing more work than our shoulder joints. So we want to make sure we keep the form strict. Now, I want to give you one other trick to get more out of this exercise, and that is actually, well, two tricks. Trick number one, leaning forward on the exercise. So by leaning forward on this exercise, your lateral deltoid is not exactly on the side of your arm. It kind of wraps around and curls into the side of your arm. So if you lean forward slightly, you're putting the lateral deltoid more opposite the line of resistance, which in this case with dumbbells is coming straight down because of gravity. So lean forward very slightly, and then trick number two is to internally rotate your shoulder. So point your thumbs toward one another, like so, and then from there, lateral raise straight out to the side. Now this is going to be much harder, and it's going to force you to go a whole lot lighter because it's really going to isolate your lateral deltoid. And again, keep all the momentum out, and this is going to force you to do so even more so. One warning with this: if you have any shoulder issues, be very careful with doing this. Internally rotating your shoulder joint means you're going to literally have less space in your shoulder joint. So you might want to be careful. If you get any discomfort or pain with the internal rotation, just go back to normal external rotation with your palms facing each other and still perform the exercise slightly bent over. Last point, other point, do not bend your elbows. Now there is not necessarily anything wrong per se with bending your elbows. There is an exercise called the bent arm lateral raise, and some people will strategically use it so they can pack a little bit of extra weight onto the exercise, and you might have used those bent arm lateral raise machines in your gym before. Those are totally fine as well. However, consider that a separate exercise. If you're trying to perform a normal lateral raise, stick with a normal lateral raise where your elbows are mostly, not totally, but mostly extended. You can have a slight bend, but you don't want to go any closer than about here. You go to here, again, consider that a different exercise and treat it as such. That's it. All right, folks, that's it for the lateral raise. I hope that was helpful. Hope you got some good form tips out of that one. Please let me know what you want to hear from me next. This exercise and several shoulder workouts and routines are available over on MuscleWiki.com. You can find our link in the description below. Please go check us out there. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will see you with the next one. Deuces.